All right, here we go. We're back. We're live. It is 4:04. We're 4 minutes late, mostly because of Chris Wade, who just stumbled in here about 30 seconds ago. See, dude, I told you I was going to make some shit up.
I would expect nothing less.
Yes. How are you guys? How are you?
Good.
Doing very well.
Thank you all for being here. Man, I got to tell you right off, before we even get started talking about this, man, Lonny Wade would be so proud of you three right here, right now, seeing you on this podcast, knowing that you've got microphones in front of you and you're pushing a message out to our community that you're just doing great things in his memory. I got to just start by saying that right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let's start with first of all, hi Lynn Craig.
Hi JD, how are you?
And Cindy Wade and her handsome son Chris. I'm so glad you all are here. Man, you look so good, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, look at it. I love it. So I can't believe it, man. This is year number 2 for this ice fishing. Who started this whole thing? How did this idea come to fruition? Go ahead, Lynn. No, you go ahead.
I don't want to say too much because I think everybody knows. My biggest thing. I started the Lonny Wade Memorial Stuff-A-Truck this year.
Great success, by the way.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody who donated.
Yeah,
it was a tremendous success.
And that was essentially year 1, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
With Evan Shangra.
Evan Shangra.
Yeah.
We joined forces, and man, we kicked ass.
Yeah.
We helped a ton of people. We're still helping people.
Isn't that something?
We've put food in every town in Central Vermont.
Amazing.
In their food pantries. And we've still got money, and we're going to do more this spring.
That's so great, man.
So, yeah.
So great.
But back to your question, Todd Miner was kind of the one, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but Todd Miner kind of started things last year.
Yeah.
And Lindsay Contois.
Yes. Who's watching right now, by the way. Give her a shout. Give her some love.
Hey, Lynn. There was a group of us that, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 days after Lonny passed. We were at the pub, and Todd mentioned it, and the rest of us just jumped on board.
Yeah. And I chatted with Todd last year, just about a year ago.
I think so, yeah.
Right around now.
Yeah.
I think almost to like the week. And I think he was talking about how he moved up from Massachusetts, came up here, and just like quickly embraced his community and met you guys and just fell in love with all of you, especially Lonny. It just bonded big time. It's almost like Todd's lived his whole life here.
Right.
He's part of the family.
Yep.
Which is so cool. So it was his idea.
It was.
Yeah.
And I mean, anybody who knew my dad, ice fishing was his thing. That's what he loved to do. He'd sit out in the dooryard in his shanty in July. He'd practice jigging.
Come on, are you shitting me right now?
Working on his tip-ups and
Are you shitting me?
No, I wouldn't shit you. No.
So he had a little ice fishing problem.
He loved it. That was what he loved to do.
Well,
wow.
He took a pop-up camper and pulled the sides up.
Oh my God.
And so in the summertime though, he stored it at a friend's house.
Yeah.
And back, 2011, we had Irene.
Yeah.
And the friend called and said, Lonny, I'm really sorry, but I just saw your shanty going down the river. The river had taken it away. So he went and he bought like a little self-contained camper and made it into a new shanty. And, I made him some tropical fish curtains to hang in the windows, and he put holes in the floor. So 2 years ago, because, we live out in the country, and I got sick of looking at that shanty out in my yard. So I was like, you need to do something with that. So we put it out back, way out back, and I can see it from my living room windows. And I was like, you can't put it out there. And he goes, why? And I said, because you're putting it out there to die. And guess what? It's out there where he parked it, and it's still out there. So, yeah. So I mean that's we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with that in the spring. So.
Well, I was just going to ask you that didn't.
Well, I think it's become a mouse haven. So.
Okay. Yeah. So that didn't make it out to the ice last spring.
No.
Okay.
No.
And it's not going to this
No.
spring.
No.
Okay.
There's no way to get it out from where it is. It's buried out there.
So what's the
snow.
plan? To do a little refurbishing, keep the thing going? Maybe.
Well, I don't know.
I'm looking at you, bro.
I don't know. I've been fishing twice this year just because I'm so busy. I mean,
Yep.
I'd like to go every weekend, but so busy. It's been real cold.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I don't like the cold. I'm kind of a Sally.
Yeah.
So.
Would he have been out there when it's stupid below zero?
Oh, and that shanty? Yeah, he didn't care.
Really?
Oh yeah.
With the wind whipping too?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was his lake?
He loved to fish Caspian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he liked fishing for lake trout.
Wow.
Didn't
So
you
we,
get stuck to the wall?
Oh yeah,
or
we
something?
did. We used to do overnighters up on Lake Champlain, up by the sandbar, the cow banks.
Yeah.
We'd go fishing for salmon, and yeah, I woke up maybe intoxicated more than once, frozen to the
Yeah.
wall in that shanty. Yeah. So
Any insulation in there? Or
nah,
just
no.
Yeah.
The heater worked real good. though.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So, so here we are, year 2, and this thing has already got some traction. Last year, the debut of this was a great turnout, and here we go again. It's upon us. So, what's the deal? Let's go through some of the particulars. First off, it's March 5th and 6th. That's Saturday and Sunday on Lake Maury.
Fishing starts at 12:01 a.m.
12:01 a.m.
Friday night, Saturday morning. Yeah.
You're serious?
Yep.
Will there be people out there?
There
yeah.
was last
Come
year.
on.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know if Tom Hood's watching, but I know he'll be out
Tom
there.
will be out there.
What a bunch of
Nate
sickos.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, Nate Pike. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Maybe some of the Heber boys.
Is there like, a couple $100,000 here for the top fish?
No.
No.
No. But bragging rights.
Oh, yeah.
Which are so much bigger than a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 12:01. Wow. So it's going to go all day Saturday night, and Sunday until
Noon.
noon. Okay. Why Lake Maury?
I'll let you guys have that.
Well,
And maybe there's no big reason for that, but I
Well,
mean it's a great
of course,
lake.
last year we kind of had about 3 weeks to plan everything. So
Right.
it got thrown together fairly quickly, but I think we had a great success.
Yeah.
And part of that great success was we have some great pub family
Yes.
that has a beautiful camp right next to the boat lawn. Bill and Jane Lowry.
Yeah.
So they were a huge part of last year and continue to be this year.
So yeah, go ahead.
So we felt that, it was access-wise, it was not right there. We also had Lake Maury Inn for us to stay for the weekend. And
Oh yeah.
so that's how it kind of came about.
Just the logistics of everything just works really, really well.
Did you have to, I don't know, what's involved logistically? You have to get like a permit. You have to get a thumbs up from the town, and
Yep. The state, you need to be approved to through the state of Vermont Fish and Wildlife to hold a derby.
didn't know that.
Yep.
Wow. Any costs associated with that, or
$50.
that's it? Okay. So we've got some great food, which we're going to be talking about in a little bit. Hold on. Lindsay's saying kickoff party at Lake Maury Resort Friday night,
Yep.
March 4th, with the silent auction. DJ Levi and Marlene. Great food, great drinks. Be there Friday night.
Right.
Okay.
So that's new this year. We're kind of making a whole weekend of it this year.
It's great. It's the way it should be.
Yeah, and anybody that wants to stay at the Lake Maury Inn can give them a call. They're offering a discounted room. And I guess they
Nice.
have an indoor pool and, so it'd be a great place for a little getaway with
Yeah.
family, midwinter getaway. And
Normally prices are like $220 a room, and they're dropping it down to $130 a night.
Nice. That's great. That's great. Let's talk about some of the prizes for adults, for youth, and what youth is, all that. Any of you?
So we haven't determined exact amount. Basically, it's based off of registration on
Sure.
how much we actually give out. But cash prizes for adult, there'll be first, second, and third prize for largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, pike, perch, and pickerel. And we're going to do some types of gift cards for the youth. And youth is under 16. So
Okay.
if you're 15 years or under, that's a youth. And we're looking for anybody who wants to donate towards those gift cards for the kids, or either a gift card itself or money towards that. That's greatly appreciated.
Yeah. We'll continue to bang that drum if we can before March 5th and 6th, that if businesses want to help out, get involved, even if they're not a sponsor, if they want to throw in some donations of gift cards, I think that's awesome if folks can do that. And please, if you're watching, if you're listening right now, post a comment, give us a like, give us a share, and get the word out to our community that we're looking for more prizes, more gift cards for the youth. Registration, how much?
$25
$25
for adults and $15 for kids.
Okay, 16 and under. I think
Well,
you said
under 16.
under 16.
Once
okay.
they turn 16, they're an adult.
Got
in
it.
our eyes.
Wow. Can you imagine? So where can we get these registration tickets? Where do we get this?
You can get them at R&L Archery here in Barrie, Quarry Hill Quick Stop, Graniteville, the Washington Village Store in Washington, of course, and Fogg's Hardware in Fairleigh, and also the pub in Williamstown.
I was just wondering if.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you can get them at the pub as well.
$25.
The only place that doesn't have them quite yet is Fogg's down in Fairleigh, but they will have them by the weekend.
Okay. $25. Let's throw some. We have to talk about food. I know this because food is important and it's an attractant for folks like me. Let's talk about sponsors. Let's throw some love at. And I got to tell you, if you guys are gonna, I see the word annual here. If this really is going to be turning into an annual fishing derby, you're going to need to make some more space on your flyers, because I think you're going to get a hell of a lot more sponsors. People are jumping on.
we'll just have to make bigger posters.
Bigger posters. There you go. But you go ahead. You guys can throw them out.
Well, speaking of the posters, one of our biggest sponsors is Stillwater Graphics in Williamstown.
Yes.
They create all of our posters, our tickets. They also do our tickets for the month of May fundraiser we do. So greatly appreciated by them.
Sure.
Of course, our next biggest sponsor, or really our biggest sponsor that started this whole thing, is the pub. Without Bob Tassi and Pam Tassi and Lindsay and Cy Contois, a lot of community events wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Understatement.
Yep.
Go right ahead.
Next one is Evan Shangraw that worked with Chris
Yeah.
on the food drive. He was our go-to man last year and will be this year. Helped us out with a trailer, helped us out with picking up generators and stuff. And we were out on the ice, needed something. He took off and ran to the store and get it for us. And so
Dude's a bull.
he very much gets involved.
Yeah. Big time.
Some of our other sponsors, Quarry Hill Quick Stop, of course, they've got our ticket sales and so forth as well, and helping us out. McCarthy's Family Maple.
Sean McCarthy.
They've donated again this year some maple syrup, so that'll be in our silent auction.
Great people. And their maple cream is unbelievable, too.
What's that?
Their maple cream is unbelievable
Yes.
as well.
Of course, Bill and Jane Lowry at Lowry's Auto. R&L Archery, they also have our tickets
Yes.
for sale. Roof Country in Chelsea.
Yep.
Tammy Cochran, she is donating cupcakes, so they'll be part of our food for the weekend.
Wonderful.
Of course, Jared helped Chris out at Southpaw Imaging. Brave, Becky Smeedy.
Yes.
Right across the street.
Yep.
Which happens to be Chris's mother-in-law.
Oh, you guys are all related over in Williamstown. Jesus. All of you. God.
We're just one big happy family.
Yes.
You don't have to be blood to be related.
Yes, I know. That's so true. So true. Corey Hill Quick Stop.
Yep. The Roadhouse out in Williamstown. Taylor Mason Hebert. She is a Sensi representative. She's helped us out. Isham Berwick Insurance and K&S General Contracting. They're actually, gentleman reached out to me, saw the Facebook page, very much involved with fishing and hunting with the youth.
Yeah.
And he's a contractor up in South Burlington. So he reached out, and we've got some great prizes that work that he's offered for our silent auction, gift certificates. So
That's great. It kind of has to be an ice fishing derby for Lonny, doesn't it? Kind of has to be.
Yeah.
yeah, and then of course Lake Maury Resort,
Yes.
and best for last, Jadine and Raylene.
Thank you.
That aired out.
I have to ask you, do you guys ever think that that this thing could turn into something really, really big, like to the point where it's like mammoth? I mean, look at
That would be wonderful.
look at Freezing Fun for Families, Winter Co-ed softball tournament.
Well, we really have no idea for this year, but last year, in 3 weeks' time, we had over 200 people. So
Damn good for the first. Wow, for the first year.
And that was 200 derby entries.
200 tickets
Right.
sold to
Yeah,
fish.
I mean, that doesn't
mean
include all the other people that were there.
Yeah.
Donating and doing something else in one form or another.
And like this year, we're trying to do a little bit extra for the people that don't want to be out there in the cold. So
Right.
the kickoff party on Friday night.
Sure.
We're also looking at a cornhole tournament on Saturday night.
Oh.
Indoors at Lake Maury.
Wow.
They offered us their big party room. So
That's great.
yeah.
Come on inside, warm up a little bit. Yeah, Lindsay has a great point here that there's so much to do for those of you that want nothing to do with standing out on a frozen lake fishing.
Well, I told him, of course, last year I didn't have anything to do with the Derby, but this year I was like, I want to help in some way, but whatever you do not assign me anything outside. I worked. I don't like the cold.
Yeah. You don't like the cold, and you're living in Vermont, Mom?
Yeah,
What the hell's that
well,
all
trust
about?
me, if I could, I'd leave. But I have parents and grandkids and kids, and
I was gonna say she was gonna talk about you, Chris. Was she?
Yeah, right, right.
Nice, huh?
So let's get into the food. There will be plenty of food, and much of it will be hot. Talk to me.
well, they're gonna have a food truck, and they're just, from what I understand, they're just going to do lunch on Saturday and Sunday. And it's Dwayne Tucker. He is going to have venison chili and venison stew and, some good hot stuff and hot chocolate and coffee and water and stuff like that. So anybody that wants something hot while they're out in the cold can scoot over there and get something good to eat.
How did Dwayne get into this? Who contacted Dwayne?
I think him and Lindsay had a conversation. I'm not positive which
Yeah.
one reached out to who, but they had the conversation. And
There's a secret about that guy that a lot of people don't know, and that he is really talented in the kitchen. The guy can cook. He may not know it, but he's very good.
he's also working with Lindsay's husband, Cy, who is an amazing cook as well. So
Yeah.
between the two of them, I think we're going to have some pretty yummy food for the weekend.
No kidding.
Wow. You know, it's amazing. You know, I was just saying the people that step up to the plate and donate things. And I was looking at the Derby page on Facebook, and there was a guy from Bradford that said, hey, I've got 3 different kinds of venison burger that if you want it, you can have it. He said, I'll donate it to you for your chili and stuff like that. So, you know, it's wonderful. Wow. The community just reaches out and is willing to help.
You're going to, you guys are going to make a lot of friends through the years if you continue doing this. There's going to be people coming out of the woodwork who, frankly, didn't know Lonny or really anything about him, but they support their community and they support their neighbors. And you're going to make a whole heap of friends, man. There's going to be people coming from everywhere, New Hampshire, everywhere, coming to this thing.
That would be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a great support from the local fishermen down in Fairleigh and businesses down there. They really opened their arms and welcomed us last year.
Yeah.
Well, man, I want to give a huge shout out to Curtis at Fogg's Hardware in Fairleigh. I mean, he's been great. And I had a conversation with a guy from up there the other day. I believe his name was Mike, and he runs the bait shop. He gets there early every morning, and you know, they really, I never had a chance. I tried to catch up with Curtis a couple different times between his Woodsville store and the Fairleigh store, and just wasn't able to make it happen. So if he is watching today, thank you very much. They do a lot.
Yeah.
So,
what other things are being discussed about maybe the future of this during the Derby? Maybe some, I don't know, some entertainment or some music or something?
Well, we have some great friends, part of the pub family that runs a DJ service, Levi and Marlene Beach Entertainment. So they're going to plan on being there for Friday night anyway at this point for the kickoff party. Last year they were there outside in the cold with us, used their speakers to make announcements and so forth, and they played music for us all weekend. So
wow. Are they going to be outside again this year, or mostly?
We haven't finalized exactly how much we're going to use them, where we're going to use them, but definitely for Friday night they'll be there, and I'm sure they'll be around for the weekend. They're great people.
Wow. What else? What else are we forgetting here? We mentioned all the sponsors. We know the basics: the who, what, when.
Biggest thing is if you're on Facebook, find the page, the Lonny Wade Memorial Ice Fishing Derby page group, and we put updates there all the time. Lindsay's been doing live videos, so they're on there with any updates. That's the place to stay up to date on all the information.
Yeah, I see that right here.
Yep, and we're going to be offering sweatshirts, hoodies, and T-shirts.
Yes, apparel.
So Lynn brought some samples.
So these are hot off the press from
Yipes
here in Barrie.
Look at that. Bring it a little bit more toward Cindy. There you go. Look at that, man. Oh, that's awesome. Who helped design? Was that Val behind that?
Well, Caitlin Wheatley is one of our
she's great.
committee members. She's kind of in charge of the fishing end of it, of our committee.
Wasn't she on with me last year? Yeah.
She was. She's involved in a lot of stuff, so I'm not positive
is.
if it was for this or one of her other things, but I know she's been on with you before.
Damn good job with that. I love it.
I picked the colors.
Did you?
And those are the T-shirts.
Look at that. Wow. Bring it up a little bit higher. Always in our hearts. Wow. That's so cool. So those will be for sale.
These will be for sale. We are taking pre-orders, so if you specifically want your size and want to make sure you get one, please let us know. You can reach out to any of our committee members, post on here that you're interested. We'll get in touch with you.
Okay.
Or right on that page that
on
the Derby page.
On the Derby page, yep. And so on the hoodies, the logo is on the back, And on the T-shirts, it's on the front.
All right, cool. I like that.
But $20 for a T-shirt.
Yep.
$30 for a sweatshirt. Higher sizes are additional cost, but are available.
And if you want to throw a few more bucks into the pot, you can do that if you want to. Tell me about the money. Tell me about the funds and where things are going. What's being used here?
Well, our goal is to do a scholarship. At least we'd like to do 2 scholarships for a Central Vermont student that's going to go into a trade school. Lonny was a OSHA, MSHA safety trainer and was always really pushing the trades because, you're always going to need an electrician. You're always going to need a
Damn
plumber.
straight.
You're always going to need, that type of HVAC and whatever. So, we really want to be able to help some young person out that wants to go on to a different school, a bigger school,
Wow.
So
Make sure you tell us about that because
Well-
we want to promote the crap out of that.
yeah, and
Whoever's
Chris and I
getting
were
it.
talking. We've got to really because we're believe it or not, the time for scholarships is going to be soon, and
Right.
so we've got to really sit down and figure out what our criteria is going to be, and how you can qualify for that scholarship. So
Yeah.
we'll have information forthcoming.
Yeah. Second annual Lonny Wade Memorial Ice Fishing Derby. It is March 5th and 6th. We're almost a month away.
Yeah.
And we should have some pretty good ice with these stupid temperatures that we've
I
had.
can tell you, I fished Lake Morey on Sunday, and it was about 4 below when I got there. And there was, I want to say, about 14 inches ice.
Okay.
Yeah, there's plenty.
More than last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
guess.
there was people driving around with trucks and cars. And
Right. Lake Morey Road in Fairleigh. I think most people know where it is. Will there be signs at all once we get off at exit 15? It's kind of get off the interstate, bang a right, and you're there.
yeah, if you follow the signs for the Lake Morey Inn, it'll bring you right there.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
we'll be right at the beach access.
Right.
And this year we're going to have just one-way station right there at the
Okay.
beach access. Everything's going to be right there. We'll have all of our food, registration, weigh-ins. So
Wow.
that's the place to.
So under 16, $15, $25 for everyone above or 16 and up. Cash prizes for adults, gift cards, and other prizes for youth for first, second, and third in the categories of largemouth and smallmouth bass, pike, perch, pickerel. And get your tickets. And again, R&L Archery in Barrie, the Pub in Williamstown, Corey Hill Quick Stop in Graniteville, Washington Village Store in Washington, Fogg's Hardware in Fairleigh. And if you can't get them there, can you get them?
The day of, registration will be open from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.,
Okay.
and that'll be the cutoff. So,
Okay.
10 a.m.
6 to 10. All right. On Saturday and
Saturday
Saturday
only.
only. Okay. And we're going to wrap things up at noon on Sunday.
Fishing ends at noon, weigh-ins. We'll take probably about an hour to finalize tallies and everything, and then we'll give out prizes and so forth.
Okay. And you think there's... Go ahead.
So this year, they're asking the whole thing with the live.
Yes.
You've got to keep your fish alive to if you don't, they are going to take a certain.
Half a pound off for dead fish.
Interesting. Okay.
Our goal is if we don't want to see any dead fish laying around.
Yeah. Right.
So
And of course, we'll have stuff there so that if your fish does die and you don't want the fish,
Yeah.
we ask that they come to us and we will take them. We're looking at doing a fish fry later on.
Wow. These are all great ideas.
Yep.
Fantastic. And you think
And of course, that doesn't qualify for the perch category, but
Okay. And you think there'll be some hooligans out on the ice at midnight on Friday night?
Hope so.
Chris, do you know any personally that plan on being out there then?
Oh yeah,
Really?
oh yeah. I'm sure Nate Pike will be out there. Tom Hood, he'll be out there.
And of course, they'll be setting up shop and then immediately going to bed so that they can get a good night's
Oh yeah,
rest,
yeah, of course.
so that they're ready to go.
no alcohol consumption at all.
No. So they're ready to go by 9 or 10 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
Now, is Joe Waldsworth involved with anything? Is he going to be out there?
I'm sure he'll make an appearance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually does if it's something involving Lonny Wade.
If he doesn't plan to, we'll probably try to guilt him into it anyway.
Right.
So
We'll make fun of him. Guys, thank you. Is there anything else we're forgetting here? Anything at all? I'm sure Lindsay would let us know too. She's mentioning again the cornhole tournament Saturday night is 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. Right there at the Lake Morian.
Yeah, we're going to have some great prizes in our silent auction. So, if nothing else, come in and bid on some great things.
That's so cool. Yes, Lindsay, I plan to be there. So
That's the biggest thing is silent auction. We'll be doing that'll be out for Friday night and Saturday, and we'll end that and be on Saturday. Last year we did everything, all of that on Sunday, out on the ice, and it got a little congested. So that's why we're making some changes to that. But definitely looking for any donations for silent auction items, gift cards, actual items, homemade items.
And the best portal for that would be the Facebook page.
Facebook page, Cindy's in charge of that, so she's our key contact for that.
Lonny Wade Memorial Ice Fishing Derby on Facebook.
Any of our committee members can also help out collecting and so forth if you know a specific committee member.
Sure.
Just so people know who our committee is, Lindsay Contois is our president. Myself, Lynn Craig, is secretary. Kim Dexter is our treasurer. Cindy's in charge of our donations. And Caitlin Wheatley is in charge of our the derby fishing part of it. And Holly Patterson and Sandy Schmidt is in charge of registration.
Wow. You guys already have your committee together. I mean, you're out of the chute here. This is great. This is great.
I'm not on the committee, but I'm
Why is
involved
that?
in the. I just with everything I have done with the Lonny Wade Memorial Stuff a Truck.
He's just afraid of all of us women.
Of course.
I can't keep up
And
with
he
him.
is part of our committee because him and Cindy are going to be the top people in our scholarship committee.
Aha.
So
I will sit on the committee for the scholarship. Yes.
Yeah.
So
What is the inside of the Chris Wade shanty look like?
it's very portable.
Was there like purple velvet curtains or
Oh
something?
yeah, the little pink hangy balls there
Really?
from the windows. Yeah,
Nice.
kind of looks like the Cheech and Chong
Nice.
wagon. Yeah,
Right. Wow.
yeah.
Guys, you're kicking ass with this, and like I started out by saying, Lonny is so proud of you for what you're doing. This is massive. I think I don't think I know. He would have been shocked last year for year number one, but this year is. I mean, this thing's going to do nothing but get bigger. I mean, it has to.
Hope so.
It has to. You're doing great
Because
things.
the bigger this gets, the bigger our scholarships can be.
That's right.
Or the more scholarships we can give
that
out.
you can. Yeah, that you can give out. Of course, of course.
And I tell this guy all the time how proud of him his father would be, because he's definitely following in his footstep. And after doing the food drive at Christmas time, he said to me, he goes, "Boy," he says, "now I know why Dad really liked doing this so much." He said, it makes you feel really good when you can help people. And You know, we just had a young couple that had a fire and lost their home and everything. And Chris called me and he's like, you know, I have some money left in that account. He said, do you think I should give them some money? And I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
I said, you know, your dad would have said, you know, yeah, definitely give them some money. So, you know, I mean, and he did, and they were very appreciative. And it's nice to just know that, you know, you're doing something for your community.
Yeah.
And when I have another son also, and you know, I can remember my husband always saying to them, grow up to be a good citizen. Good citizen. That's all I ever heard. Good citizen.
Productive
you know,
member of society.
A productive member of society and a good citizen. And I told him, I was like, you definitely have done that.
Lived up to that.
So, yeah.
Man, I just haven't met anybody that's got anything bad to say about Lonnie Wade. I mean,
Well, I could tell you.
Could
a few
you?
things.
You could.
She's the only one. The rest
I
of
was
us
married
loved
to him for 40 years, so you know.
You got some dirt on him.
I do.
Oh my God.
But
It's just everybody loved him, man. It's like just everybody. He was like,
he was
I don't know.
just a nice man.
yeah, just an
a
all around
nice man.
solid dude, and his kids are going to turn out the same way already are. So, does Chris get a little misty eyed a few times, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all do, and you know we're a pretty tight family, so we support each other, and you know Chris always says if you'll be my rock, I'll be yours, and you know sometimes I have to remind him that you know I'm the mom, and he's not my dad, he can't tell me what to do,
Right.
but
You know, she might need a little guidance every now and then.
Yes.
yeah, he said, I promised Dad that I'd take good care of you, and he does that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's going to be a great day, and I think there was plenty of sunshine last year, if I remember right.
Sunday was
Yeah,
beautiful.
it was a little chilly, but it was,
Yeah.
It was cool.
gorgeous
but,
weather.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'd like a day like today. You
Yeah,
know?
but a bit, lower 30s.
Yeah.
Sunny, amazing.
Beautiful. No
but
wind.
but frankly, it doesn't really matter what the weather's going to be doing. Spitting something or not, there'll be plenty of people out there who not this weather will not deter them at all.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Might be a few snowflakes in your chili, but they'll melt and we'll all be fine.
Absolutely.
And thanks to Dwayne Tucker for doing this food. And who's the food truck again?
Well,
Well, it's not
that's
really-
it's going to be
Just
Dwayne.
Dwayne.
That's
it's
it.
just Dwayne.
He'll probably have his trailer set up. It's going to be a good time.
Yep.
It's going to be a good time. And yes, we'll be there, and we can't wait. God bless you all, and for everybody that's helped out, and all of these sponsors and this community and these stores, Corey Hill Quick Stop, Washington Village Store, Fogg's Hardware, R&L Archery for offering up, and the pub for offering up registration tickets for $25. If you're thinking about doing this, get on it. Get on it if you can. If you're planning on being there, mark that down on the calendar, block it out, and bring your family. And even if you're not going to fish, do come. Grab at the very absolute least, grab a T-shirt, hang out for an hour, see what people are pulling out of Lake Maury, have a look, take some pictures, and put those pictures on the Facebook page here. The more, the better.
Absolutely. Well, if you go into the
On that Facebook group, one of our committee members, Kim Dexter, is a great photographer, and she took lots of pictures last year, so those are all out there from last year.
Okay.
And she'll be out there again this year.
All right.
We are also going to have a few people that are going to have their snowmobiles and side-by-sides there this year.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to be able to get around the ice a little bit better.
Absolutely not surprised to hear that. It'd be great. Maybe we could do a little shuffleboard contest some year.
we'll put you in charge of that.
You're on that committee.
Curling? Do some
Curling. That's it. That's what, did I say shuffleboard?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God.
almost the same.
Curling. Yes. Yeah. Maybe we'll Joe and I will figure that out together.
He's a curler from way back.
Oh my God!
He's gonna love you.
Thank you guys so much for coming in here. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
having
Jean.
us
Thank you, guys.
and supporting us in this.
Always. We got your back, and we'll do all we can to get the word out to as many people as possible. Cindy Wade, her son Chris, and Lynn Craig, just three of many people that are driving the bus with the second annual Lonny Wade Memorial Ice Fishing Derby, March 5th and 6th at Lake Maury in the beautiful Green Mountain state of Vermont. $25 for adults. Under 16, $15 for the entry fee. Come on out. We will see you. There's no open and close time. It's going to be around the clock, and it's going to be a great weekend. We would love to see you there. Thank you ever so much, everybody, and thanks to our sponsors, the Cornerstone Restaurant, Emsley's Florists and Gifts, Giroux General Transport, Fontaine Forestry and Millwork, Green Mountain Mulch, Fecto Homes, Salvador and Babbitt, Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce, Barry Area Development, FGB Theaters, Gustos, CW Creative, Vermont Custom Woodworking, ASB Financial, Barry Montpelier Times Argus, Donnybrook Fight Promotion, Wood Doodles, Wright Electric, Gothier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance, Preston's Kia, Granite City MMA, and Barslow Construction. Have a great rest of your night.